Everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is time for our weekly recap at Married at First Sight. This is season 11, episode 3, and it was titled I Have Not Met You. I think that's what it was called. One second, let me double check. No, it's not the first time. That was the name of the episode. All right, y'all. Y'all already know what I'm going to say. This episode dragged and dragged and freaking dragged. Okay, why was it 2 hours? And all we got was the reception. Oh, and 2 weddings. Like, why? Just why, y'all? I'm ready for it to pick up. I am ready for it to pick up. Like, I was kind of in and out of it or whatever, but I am like really ready for it to pick up, and it looks like it will. Maybe next episode. It looks like we'll talk about that at the end, but let's just jump into it. All right, we're gonna start with the first wedding where it left off at last week. And it was Amelia and Bennett's wedding. She said that she met him at a party. She thought that he was cool or whatever, and then he like disappeared, or she never saw him again or whatever. So when he said that, when the lady said her name, it all came back to him like, oh wow, I do remember her, I do know her or whatever. So that's when we saw the officiate say Bennett meet Amelia for the first time, and he was like, well, it's not the first time type thing. So that's what he was basically saying, and it was kind of awkward a little bit, but they did the vows, and they did the whole his family wants you to know and her family wants you to know type thing. And hers was something about she give you $10 and it make you feel like it's the best present ever. She likes peanut butter, and so you gotta support her habit or something like that. And then they said that Bennett was compassionate. He loves living and non-living things. Child, he be talking to trash cans and talking to trash and apologizing for throwing it in the trash. Well, where you gonna put it at, Bennett? Where you gonna put it at? Anyway, her vows was some poem, and they ended up getting married, child. They did the breaking of the glass, so they stepped on glass to not consummate, join their wedding. I couldn't get it out. And then they went outside and they started talking about where they met each other. And apparently they met each other at Mary's party. That's where she said she first met him at. And he was like, well, I think I met you again somewhere else. Did you come to a place where my band was playing with Mary or whatever? And she was like, yes. So they had met each other a couple times. So it was kind of like serendipity where they kind of met each other. And, then matchmakers put them together. So I really, like I said earlier, they're like an odd, eccentric couple or whatever. But I really do think that the matchmakers matched them well, because they are like peas in a pod. Like I'm telling you, they are like peas in a pod. They was goofy together. They took some really cute pictures together. The niece came up, Amelia's niece came up, and she met Bennett and stuff. And the mom was like, "Oh, this is Bennett's mom." Was like, "This is so cute. This is so cute." So like, it was cute, child. They was dancing at the reception. The dance looked all weird and stuff, but it wasn't like as awkward as we about to get to the couple who was awkward. But they was talking about the year they was born, their favorite ice cream. So they had a good time or whatever. At some point he was talking about, I think that was when he was taking the pictures. He was talking about avocado toast. She was like, I love that for breakfast. So they was good. Then they did the whole toast thing. Bennett's sister got up and talked did a speech for him. And his mom came up and she did his speech, and that was the most weirdest thing, child. I was like, but I mean, they loved it. So, because she was like, well, I hope you like talking to the trash and everything, just like I raised Bennett and stuff. And I was just like, her thing looked like it was pages upon pages upon pages. I'm glad they edited some of that out, because it looked like it was fitting to be long. But they was just basically dancing and all that other good stuff. Let me see. We'll get down to when everybody started meeting the family and stuff like that. Then we see Christine and Henry, and child, I don't know. Y'all let me know. I don't think they're gonna make it. That's my prediction, and I don't like to put that out there into the world, because I believe everybody needs love and stuff like that. But I just don't believe that Christine and Henry or that couple together. They was just too quiet. And nothing's wrong with being quiet, but if you don't know the person and they a stranger, like, you need to talk and try to get to know that person. Like, they was just odd and awkward, and even the wedding seemed awkward. Like, was it me or was it the editing that made it seem real awkward? Like, they looked real uncomfortable up there when the lady was talking, and then the officiant, she was talking all slow and stuff. And before I jump to that, why they dragged that whole meeting the bride and groom thing so long? Like, she was getting annoyed because the producers was like, well, we need to do like one more diary cam, and she basically like, look, I'm tired of talking, like, I want to meet my groom or whatever. They like, no, you got one more interview to do and all this other stuff. So I could see where she was coming from, because like at that point I was about sick of it. I'm like, yo, can they just walk down the aisle? Like, I mean, why are we still standing in the damn room? She already dressed. Like, what we waiting for? Like, what is we waiting for? Let this girl walk down this aisle and meet this man already. So I was with her. I thought that when they showed it last week, she looked like she was a real bridezilla or whatever, but she was just kind of like over it all and was ready to meet there we go, y'all. She was just ready to meet Henry. So I could see where she was like really frustrated, because who knows how long they had her standing around just waiting before she met him and stuff like that. But she could have did it a little bit better, minus all that attitude and stuff. But I can see where she was kind of getting impatient. So they kind of made it look like she was a bridezilla, but she really wasn't. But she was real like stiff, like and so they get down there to officiate. Like I said, y'all let me know if it was just me, okay? Because the officiate was talking real slow, like, and it seemed like she was making it more weird and more awkward when she was telling him about, you know, his family, her family type thing. It seemed like real, I don't know. What happened, child? She what was it? Oh, because she did her diary cam or whatever like that. What was it? Oh, it just felt weird. I don't know. But at any rate, they did their vows and stuff like that. And they was done. I really ain't. I was trying, but I was just like, it's why is she talking so slow? Like, she was talking real slow. And maybe that's why Henry and Christina was awkward, because the lady was slow. I don't know, child. But before the lady even said they can get married, not get married, kiss the bride or whatever, she was like, I said, well, she was eager. The lady was like, Henry, you can kiss your bride. I was like, it's too late for that. She didn't already grab his face. So he just is so uncomfortable. They went outside and he said it was a lot of anticipation, a lot of anxiety and stuff. And did you see when he asked her what she did for a living or whatever? And she was like a flight attendant. And he was like, oh, well, how often do you fly out or whatever? And she was like 3 times a week or whatever. And you see his face change a little bit. That's going to be an issue. I can see that already. And yeah, I think that would be an issue for me as well if we're just starting to get to know each other. But if it was like a long-term relationship and then you got married or something like that, then it would be different because you're already used to that person traveling so much and stuff like that. And then shoot, I'd be like, well, where you going? Give me the buddy pass. So it would be something like that. But for them to just meet each other, and if she has to fly out, I wonder, do they take time off? Because I'm trying to think, because I don't think, well, I guess this situation going to be different because they're going to be all, well, no, people were still flying. Because I was about to say it was quarantine, but people were still flying. But I'm trying to think if they ever not worked, like if they just took off or something. I don't think so. In any of the seasons I watched, I think they still went to work and stuff. So if she's still actively going to be flying, that's going to be a whole issue. What y'all think about that one? And I'm sorry, I keep itching my arm. The mosquitoes tore me up, y'all. I'm so sorry. They was tearing my little tail up. But anyway, he was saying like she's attractive, because she was like, well, did you like how I'm dressed and stuff? And I think her thing is words of affirmation. He gonna have to let her know that she look good, okay? Because she was like, well, how do you think I look? Do you think I look attractive? He was like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. You are very attractive. I'm attractive to you or whatever like that. And it was just weird. They was just weird. The whole reception thing was weird. This child didn't even remember the man's name, child. At the end of their conversation, she was like, he's something different that I don't find myself dating or anything like that. Like he's different than what, she would usually date, but he's cute or whatever. But she was like, I don't even remember his name. Like, what was his name again? Like, seriously, I don't remember his name. I said, now, that'll be the first thing you will remember. Now, I understand you anxious and all that other stuff, and I'm not good with names my damn self. But the person that you went up there and married and stuff, you can't remember his name? Like, come on now, Christina. He remembered yours. And then at one point in the reception, she called this man Luke. Did y'all hear that? I said, are you serious? Oh my God, it was a mess, child. She gonna be a whole problem. I can see that now. They did take some cute pictures. I think everybody really took some really cute pictures, some wedding pictures or whatever. I'm trying to think back. Olivia and Brett, I think I'm trying to remember their picture, but I think they took some nice pics or whatever. Karen was stiff with Miles, but their picture still came out okay. I think everybody took some nice little wedding pictures for anything, y'all got cute wedding pictures if everything kind of work out, I guess. Anyway, everybody finally married, child. Finally. And I think we was going into, like, I don't even know what time it was because I recorded it, so I was just fast forwarding, but it was late by the time everybody was married, okay? Child. Everybody's reception, everybody was getting along. Karen and Miles was getting along. They was talking. Brett and Olivia was getting along. She loved the fact that this man got cats, and he loved cats, and he loved Taco Bell, child. She was all excited. Henry and Christina, or is it Christine? They was not doing so, but they was just not talking. The dance was stiff. It was Woody and Amani, they were doing well. He was saying like they got a lot of things similar in common and stuff, and he is really digging her. He kept calling her beautiful and stuff, and he was like, he asked her, does she always wear a lot of makeup? And she was like, well, I wear makeup every day, but not as much as this. And she was like, but you about to see me, au natural. And he was excited. So he likes a natural woman, which is good. And then they did the dinging of the glass and stuff like that. And she was like, oh, they want us to kiss. And he politely kissed her and stuff like that. It was good. Like, I liked them too. And I also like Karen and Miles. I think Miles will break down Karen's walls. Well, I hope so. Because if he doesn't, he gonna get hurt by her. And Amelia and Bennett, of course, they was getting along, child. He was saying he don't eat meat, but... he said he don't eat no oysters. What did he say? He said he ate some he was eating oysters and clams or something because they didn't have a spine and they wouldn't get hurt. So I don't know, but they was getting along, child. Then it was time for, them to meet the people and the wedding and all this other crap. So Karen and Miles, she met Miles' parents. Let me see, because my notes is all over the place. Because, they kept flipping back and forth. Let me see. Me and the friends. Okay, so he met her mom. So Miles met her mom. And Karen met his parents. But I thought they was his grandparents. But I think it said on the thing, it said his parents. So the mom was saying to Miles, like, she wasn't really comfortable with the whole thing. And she wanted to know what his intentions are. And he was basically like, I'm going to love on her. I'm going to care for her. I'm going to treat her with respect type thing. And he was like, he gonna make her comfortable and stuff like that. And so her mom was telling him, like, don't push her, just give her time, because if you push her, she'll shut down or whatever. So I thought that was really good advice. What else? What was his parents? Oh, his parents told her that, was that his parents? I'm trying to think, y'all. Oh yeah, his parents told her that yeah, that was his parents. That wasn't his grandparents. That was his parents. What did the mama say? The mama said he was a mama's boy, and that And the dad was like, well, he not the typical mama's boy. Because Karen, that's what it was. Karen was like, what? Wait a minute. She was concerned. So he was like, no. He not the typical mama's boy or nothing like that. He don't even call his mom every day. She was like, yes, he do. He called me every day. Oh, then that's the problem. We gonna have to cut that out because he got a wife now. I was like, I know that's right, Daddy. So then he was telling her that he wasn't a clean freak or nothing like that, because she said she like it tidy and stuff. And he was like, oh, well, Miles really don't, but you gonna have to tell him. Like, you gonna have to talk. You gonna have to sit down with him and have a talk with him or whatever like that. So she was like, okay. She was smiling and stuff, but you could still see like she was a little concerned or whatever. And I'll be concerned about that whole mama's boy type thing. That's not something you tell like a future partner. Like, you don't do that. Like, because that's a concern. Like that. Then we see child. What is wrong with Henry's friends? Like, what is wrong with Henry's friends? Okay, first at their reception, her aunt, Christina's aunt, was talking for her. And Henry's dad was up there telling some embarrassing stories. I like Henry's dad. He was he's so corny. But before they was, getting married and all that other stuff, he was like, well, I just got my hair blow dried. You probably won't even recognize me, do you? Like, he's so corny. He's funny. I like him. And then he was trying to big up Henry before he went down, telling him like he looked good and all this stuff. But you can still tell that Henry is, because he has low self-esteem. So he has problems taking compliments and stuff like that. But his dad was still trying to boost him up and stuff like that. So I like Henry's dad. Henry, on the other hand, felt real uncomfortable about his daddy and stuff like that. But at any rate, at the reception, child, Trisselle and, well, I don't know what the other girl name was. They were so freaking drunk. They could have took another time to talk to that girl because they were so drunk. And I was like, what is wrong with Trisselle? She all rubbing on him and all this other stuff. She said she dated Henry one time and he was boring. So she asked him, did he have any other friends that she could date? I said, oh my God. And y'all friends? No. No, that's insulting. Like, I mean, no. I'm too boring for you to date, and I'm too boring for you to be my friend. I ain't got time for it. That's just the petty in me. I just ain't got time for it. We would not be friends, and you calling me boring like that, and then you gonna ask me to my face, do I have any friends that you could? No, we wouldn't be friends. We wouldn't be friends. But he friends with her, and then he friends with some other girl, and Trisselle and her friends through Henry. And child, they coming all over there asking Christine questions and all this other stuff. And like I said, they was just drunk. And the one friend, I don't remember her name, but she had the black dress on. She was so judgy, like, she was just like, and she said she was judgy. She said she judges anybody that comes on a show like this or whatever like that because they're desperate and stuff. But she don't think Henry desperate. I said, but ain't he on the show? So you do think he desperate? Like, girl, shut up. But she was like, well, why did you do this and all this other stuff? And then Christine told her, like, I dated somebody for 5 years. It didn't quite work out. I always picked this type of dude, but a nice guy. So she was running it down and stuff. And then Henry was trying to eat because he was already, first of all, they came over there to the little, like the little center table or whatever where the bride and the groom sitting there eating the food. They come over there while they sitting there eating. Like, you couldn't wait until they was finished. And she was like, well, he's hungry. Because I think Trisselle or the other girl was like, Henry, you need to listen to this. You need to listen. He was like, I already heard the story. Like, calm down. And she was like, oh, he's hungry. Just let him eat. Just let him eat. So I thought that was cute that she took up for him and stuff like that. Like, leave him alone. He doing something. We talking. Type thing. But I was just like, what in the world? But at any rate, she asked her the questions and stuff like that. Christine tell her side of the story and stuff. And here go the girl in the black. Well, she didn't say this to them. She said this off, in the confessional or whatever type thing. She was like, well, I don't even consider him married. And the girl, Trisselle, was like, oh my God, what? She was like, no, I don't even consider him married. Like, I mean, I respect the marriage, but I don't respect the relationship. I was just like, she gonna be a problem. She is gonna be a problem. He need to talk to his friends. And again, they were so drunk. So if he watched that back, that's gonna be a whole entire problem. Okay, all the way. Then Olivia and Brett. She was talking to his family. She was asking, if you had any advice and stuff like that. And they was telling him, not telling him, telling her that, he's very sarcastic. We have like a sick sense of humor and all that other stuff. And then Brett, he was back there talking to the matron of honor and all her, I don't know, was they bridesmaids? I think one was a bridesmaids and maybe another one was a maid of honor. But anyway, he was back there talking to them. And child, he's so just she was like, well, do you have any concerns or whatever? And he was like, well, my main concern is, not making it to my hotel room before my contacts dry out. That's the main concern. Like, can you be serious? This is serious. Like, this is something serious. And he was like, well, getting the married part is pretty easy. Like, I think that's pretty easy or whatever. And the girl was like, oh, really? Like, oh, okay, that's what you think. Because as the matron of honor is married already, or is it the maid of honor? I don't know. Y'all let me know. So, because if it's the matron of honor, then she know about marriage because she is married. But if it's not and it's the maid of honor, then she don't really know unless she been married. But whatever. But they was all looking at him like, the fuck? And so they was like, well, why are you doing this or whatever? What hasn't worked out in the past and stuff? He was like, well, that's a real hard question, like it's a lot of things that didn't really work out and stuff. So, and they was still like, and then somehow they got on like, what do you think about her? Or what did you notice when you first saw her? And he was like, her eyes, I think she's very beautiful. And somehow they got on the cats and stuff. And then I think it was the bridesmaid. I don't know what she was to Olivia because I looked down when they had the little thingy up there. But she was like, oh yeah, because her cats are her babies, like they give her such joy when she comes home and stuff because she lives alone and stuff. So he understood that, with the cat and stuff. And she was like, yeah, it's like an unconditional love. And he was like, well, if you have cats, it's not really unconditional. It's a conditional love. It is. I got 3 of them. But they love me. Not one love my son more than all of us. And I don't understand that because she used to be my cat. And then she turned on me and then she followed my son everywhere he go. Just be trotting. I'd be cracking up. But at any rate, then we see Woody. And Woody, I really felt like this was a good moment and a good match for him. Not only for Amani, for him marrying Amani and stuff like that, but because she has 2 dads, like her father and her stepfather or whatever. And his dad is not in his life and stuff. So he was telling them, like, I love the way, what the relationship y'all have and stuff. And I love that fact that I'll be able to pick up the phone and call y'all, when I have a problem and stuff like that. And they was like, okay, good. And then, we can talk and we'll tell you what's going on because we've been, with her all her life type thing. So it was really good. And I feel like Amani and Woody, even though in the beginning I was kind of like, I don't know, Woody might not be ready for marriage and stuff like that. But and it's still early, it's only episode 3, but for right now I really feel like he is all the way in. I feel like he's all the way in. Then Amani, she met the groomsman, and they were saying, like, she was saying like she really liked Woody's smile and then he was clean and stuff. And child, they was like, oh, he's clean, like he OCD type clean, like. And if we get ready to go somewhere or whatever like that, we got to get ready at 7 to leave at 10. I was like, damn, 3 hours? So they say he's changing clothes. He doing this. And so she was like, so we got to be somewhere at 8. I need to tell them get ready at like 5. We got to be there at 5. They was like, yeah. She was like, oh, okay. See, I'm learning or whatever. And so then the one guy, I thought it was funny. The one guy was like, so can I count you down as a +1? She was like, for what? He was like, my wedding. She was like, of course, yes. And she was like, you know your wife? He was like, yeah, I know my wife. I thought that was funny. Bennett was talking to her friends. Child, it was weird. But he likes Amelia's arm hairs because they was like, what do you think about her armpit hair and stuff? He was like, I feel like I like it and stuff. He loves it. He said it's like a sign of strength and confidence and stuff. I'm telling you, they ain't got had no issues and stuff. And Amelia was talking to his friends, and they was telling him about the music and the band. And did they say that boy don't have no talent, but he tries really hard? I was cracking up. I was cracking up. And then back to Trishelle. So, Christine is standing there. I don't know what she was doing, child, but Trishelle was all on her, like picking up her train and stuff. And I loved it when Henry came over there and was like, Trishelle, she got it. Come with me. I was like, you better get your woman, Henry. You better get her. Because I was like, what is wrong with her? Ooh, she need to be sober. And then they started throwing the bouquet. And minus Amelia and Bennett's with. Yeah, Amelia and Bennett's with, and they did some egg thing on the stick. I ain't never seen that before. That was the first time I saw that. But she was saying like the groom, if he catch it in his mouth, is going to be like good luck and hope, all these good things and stuff like that. So it took him a while, but he finally caught it in his mouth. And then he ate the raw egg. I said, oh, that is disgusting. Bennett. Amelia was like, oh, I didn't expect him to eat it. I mean, that's brave, but ew, that's gross. I was like, oh, okay, finally. Then everybody kept asking them if they was going to have sex. I thought that was real, like, why y'all worried about what the fuck? Whatever. But everybody was worried about them about to have sex and stuff like that. And, did y'all, whose wedding was it? Was it Amani's? Yeah, when that girl had caught that goddamn bouquet, and that girl, I said, damn, she is. She said she gonna catch this goddamn bouquet. Did you see she almost fell? I was like, girl, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. But anyway, they wrapping it up. They doing the second line, and I love that part. Like, I absolutely love that part. If you have never been to New Orleans, go. Like, we're not kind of right now, but go when the world opened back up with lower or zero restrictions and stuff like that. Go. It is a beautiful city. Like, it is just freaking beautiful. I've been twice, and I was just talking to Bay yesterday, or maybe today, or earlier today, I should say. I was like, we gonna go to not Louisiana. We gonna go to New Orleans at least once every year. And my other favorite place is Aruba. That's my favorite country. And it's like, we gonna do that at least once a year too. And she was like, okay, I'm game. But like, yeah, because it is just so beautiful. I was like, I would get married in New Orleans just to do a second line. Because I love that. I just love it. But anyway, they did a second line. Then everybody went to the hotel alone. So, maybe they going bow chickie wow wow. Maybe they not, or whatever like that. The rooms was real romantical, and the ladies was asking them to, undo their buttons or their zippers and stuff like that. And did y'all see Karen put her dirty ass feet on that bed? I said, boo. You supposed to take your shoes off. That's nasty. Ugh. I was just like, Miles is better than me. Because I just told her to take them goddamn shoes off. But Miles, he's a real one. Because he done rubbed on her feet and everything. I said, you better keep that man, girl. What? I'm trying to see what I wrote. Amani was basically like, her husband is sexy, he goes to the gym, like, I'm trying to see what's fitting to happen when y'all get up out of here. So she raved about Chicky Wow Wow. Henry and Christine was just awkward as fuck. They wasn't even talking. Like, they was just sitting there playing with the pedals, not even talking. I'm like, at least ask the man to help you out your dress. She ain't even do that. She went in the bathroom, and he had to go down at first because he was doing like his little interview, and he was like, well, I'm just going to give her a space, I'm not going to, try to have sex with her on the first night, nothing like that. He had to go down there to the bathroom and knock on the door and ask her if she needed some help or whatever. She didn't even ask him. Like, why wouldn't you ask that man to help you get out of them a trillion, because she had a whole bunch of buttons. Trillion buttons. Like, girl, stop. And Olivia, she said she was ready to bow Chicky Wow Wow. And Woody, he was like, whatever is whatever. So I think that was all of them. Oh, and Bennett and Amelia, She came in the bed with her little flannel pajamas, but he probably think that's sexy, child. And they probably gonna bow chickie wow soon too. But I think that was it. Let me make sure, child, because like I said, I got things all over the place on this doggone thing. Yes, I do believe I covered everything. Like I said, the episode really wasn't a lot. It was basically the last two people getting married and the receptions or whatever. So again, it was kind of dragging it out. But I wonder, because I'm trying to remember, like, this is the third episode, and I don't think it took this long for them to get married than any other seasons. Like, this just seems like they're dragging it out. And I wonder if it's because of the quarantine that they gotta drag it out so much. But it looked like they was giving them stuff to record and stuff. So I don't know why it seemed like these first 3 episodes is like being drugged out. Like, ugh. God, can we get to the honeymoon already? I just want to see the place they about to go so I can live vicariously through them, since we have not been anywhere this year. You know what I'm saying, y'all? So, they showed the sneak peek of what's going to happen for the rest of the season, or what's supposed to happen for the rest of the season. I'm trying to figure out, because they said Brett had left, and then somebody was saying they wanted a divorce. So, child, I'm trying to figure out who was asking for a divorce early and why Olivia wake up and Brett was gone. But at one scene, she said that he was taking stuff as a joke. But we already know that. So I'm excited to see what the rest of the season has in store for us. Hopefully, it won't drag like these first 3 episodes, child, which we doing 6 hours. And we still not on a honeymoon. So, y'all see I'm upset about that. Like, it's freaking July and I ain't been to the Caribbean or nothing, y'all. And then I can't even get the freaking Caribbean on the dang on show. Like, come on, give me something. Give me something, goddammit. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all felt about this episode tonight. If y'all like the content of this video, go ahead, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed to my channel, but you're watching this review. And hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.